Hey everybody. Yes, I am excited. Thank you guys for just listening to me, rocking with me, vibing out, chilling to this podcast. On this episode, we're going to be talking about growth. And of course, throughout, I want you to ask yourself a question and answer it. What does growth look like to you? Growth can be a number of things. Growth looks different on different people, obviously. Growth is how to put it in words to make sure you guys understand. Growth is an advancement or an enhancement of previous experience. Yeah. Growth is an advancement or an enhancement of previous experience. Either the experiences that you've went through or the experiences that had you feeling a certain way, or the experiences that were holding you back and keeping you in this low vibration. You've overcome and surpassed it beyond measures. And you'll begin to feel and see yourself looking at those experiences from a different perspective because you've already outgrown them or you've overcome them. So this is now your season, and this is now your time of growth. We grow in ways physically, we grow in ways physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or in whatever way you feel or you see that you need to grow or you have grown. Okay? Now, in order to get to a certain level of growth or acknowledging that, oh, I've grown. Oh, this don't even affect me no more. When you begin to sound like that and you're looking at your life and you're looking at what you've been through and you're looking at how you did it, that's growth. Growth is also looking at things as lessons, looking at things as tests. Everything isn't negative. Everything isn't positive. It's about how you perceive things. Your perspective shifts as your mental shifts. It's a mindset, not a set mind. So as you begin to grow, you will realize that. You'll realize that what you're doing for yourself, how you're growing internally, is going to automatically emanate that growth externally. Automatically or simultaneously. You'll feel a frequency and a vibration of acceptance of self and really not caring who doesn't accept you. That right there is not only growth, but that's reaching a whole nother level of peace, a level of maturity, a level of, we ain't gonna even keep going and get into it, okay? Because I can go on and that can be for another episode, okay? But as you grow, understand that the people that are around you, the environments that you're in, the things that you used to do won't resonate. It won't work out for you. Like, yeah, you know, I miss this. Yeah, I miss that. Yeah, I want to, yeah. But in the back of your mind, you know that you've outgrown certain people, places, and things. And here comes that word of acceptance and acknowledging the growth. Because what's happening is, right, when we're experiencing new things, this probably just me, but when we're experiencing new things, we tend to detour from it. We tend to let's go to the opposite direction because I'm not familiar. It's unfamiliar. But whole time, to be familiar is to be stagnant. To be familiar, especially in a comfortable environment with people and things like that, is to become complacent. But to explore something that's unfamiliar and feel these unfamiliar feelings and go more into depth with what you're feeling and understanding that the feelings that you feel are valid, that's growth. That's your growth. People don't see, of course, they don't see things the way you see things. But understand that everybody's definition of growth is different. So remember to ask yourself and answer, what does growth mean to you? What does it look like? That's why initially I was like, what does it look like to you? Because it's different. Of course, different age, demographic, all that. So it's going to look different. But understand that if you're truly devoted to this journey, this self journey, this life journey, this love journey, whatever journey that you're on, understand that growth comes with that. You're not just on my podcast for no reason. My podcast is literally shifting perspective shifts, and understanding those shifts. Because every day we're forever evolving. We're forever growing. So every day won't look like every day. And be okay with that. That is an example of unfamiliar. When your everyday doesn't look like every day, what is your everyday? Right? You're creating your day as it comes. Yes, you've planned it out. Don't get me wrong. And understand, as human, we have this thing where we plan things. And when the plan doesn't go, sometimes you don't have a plan B. Sometimes you don't. But understand, when you plan things and they actually do work, that you planned it right. When you plan things and they don't work, but you're improvising because of previous experiences when things didn't work, that's growth and acceptance. Something as minute as that. That's why I wanted to give you guys more of a compare and contrast, so that you guys can kind of understand exactly where I'm coming from. Because growth can come in so many different forms. The way you speak, the way you walk, the way you dress, how you express yourself. Growth. You could have been looking one way, now you look a different way. You could have been doing something, now you ain't doing it. That's growth. Allow yourself to grow and don't be afraid to grow. I was at a point in this journey of self, of understanding myself, where I was afraid to grow. I was afraid of my own abilities. But as the journey kept going and I began to gain an understanding, and not just an understanding of what this journey entails, I was able to look at myself and say, this is not familiar. This is not something I've done before. But I know that my faith is going to lead me through. I know that my GPS is going to give me the right coordinates. And I know that I am growing and evolving every single day. So I am going to make it regardless of what it may look like. That's real growth. When you get to that point where I like something similar to what I just mentioned, yeah. It's a whole nother level. It's just levels to everything. It's levels to everything. It's levels to everybody, everything, okay? But I can keep going on and on. But I'm not. I'm going to close this episode here. And I want you guys to just allow that to sizzle and simmer and sit and marinate overnight. And ask yourself again, what does growth look like to you? What is growth to you? Why am I growing this way? It's okay to ask yourself the why. It's okay. But I'm gonna end it there. I'm going to allow this opportunity to let what resonates resonate in whatever part of you it needs to resonate to, meaning spiritual, soul, physically, mentally. Take a moment, breathe, feel, accept, acknowledge, and allow. And I will see you guys in the next episode.